Hi, Kara Welke, occupational therapist and creator of the Next Level Occupational Therapy platform, where we are on a mission to help as many occupational therapy professionals as possible start their own business or take their current career to the next level. Today, I thought I would give you a little background on what has happened in order to get us to this spot where I ended up creating the Next Level Occupational Therapy platform. In order to do that, we need to jump back in time. In March of 2018, an occupational therapy assistant student came into my office to talk about fieldwork options and where she could complete her fieldwork. She mentioned there was a place in town that she would like to do her fieldwork, and I explained to her that I did not think this location had occupational therapy services because, in fact, I had worked with this company with clients and they provided homemaker services or companion services, but they didn't actually have occupational therapy services. And she told me that she was pretty sure they did. And I said, well, hey, I'll give them a call and we'll find out. So I gave them a call, and the lady that I was talking to on the phone said that no, they do not currently have occupational therapy services in the area that we live in. Their sister company in another town about an hour away does. She said, however, we are going to be able to start providing home health Part A services, and we will be looking for an occupational therapist. I'm like, oh, well, that's awesome. And I ended up also talking to her about my vision, or what I've always wanted to do, which is start my own practice and see clients in their home, and through Medicare Part B or even cash-based options. At that time, I was thinking I could do more cash-based and not really aware that if I'm providing services that are covered under Medicare Part B, I need to bill Medicare Part B. But I was telling her how this is what people are doing. Therapists are going to people's homes, seeing them in their homes, in their natural environment, providing their therapy there. They don't have to come into a clinic to see them. We can go to them. And she was intrigued and interested in that as well. And by the time we were done with our conversation, she asked if I would be willing to come in and visit with her, as well as the owners of the company. So not long later, I actually went in and visited with her and the owners of the company, and I explained my vision, what I would like to do. They talked about their new services that they would be providing and that they needed therapy and so forth. And eventually, throughout different conversations, they had asked if I would be willing to form my own company, and then I could contract with them instead of being an employee for them. Well, that was kind of scary because I didn't know where to begin or what to do. Even though I've been dreaming of starting my own business for years, I just hadn't taken the steps to do it because of tons of different fears. Where do you start? How do you have the money? How do you get the clientele? Things like that. In fact, through my old job, I started tons of programs. I started up therapy services in various assisted livings, memory care facilities in town. I even was able to start an outpatient practice in a town and be the occupational therapist there. So I had started a lot of therapy services in different facilities, but never through my own business. And the owner was awesome. He was like, it's really not that hard. He gave me a few tips and told me where to start and what to do. So I decided, hey, this is my chance. I'm going to do this. So I ended up resigning from my PRN job because I teach. I guess I didn't mention that. I teach in an occupational therapy assistant program, and I'm also an academic fieldwork coordinator, but I feel very strongly that I need to continue to work because the patient experiences and being able to share those stories is so important with my students. So I kept on working PRN, which meant weekends, holidays, different days that sometimes I didn't want to work. So I was able to give my notice in June and give them an adequate amount of time. And then I formed my own business in July of 2018. And when I started my own business, I reached out to AOTA. I looked through their website. I went on Facebook. I searched different groups, trying to find anything I could to help me grow and develop this practice. Unfortunately, I didn't find all that much on Facebook that was strictly related to occupational therapy, a lot of physical therapy stuff. And on AOTA's website, I didn't have much luck finding anything that would help me as well. So one of the first things I did was I started my own Facebook group, and it was cash-based businesses for occupational therapists. Because again, I saw all these different places or physical therapists doing these cash-based, and I thought, this is what I want to do. I can contract with this company, and then I can also do cash-based services on the side. So I started this group, and when I started this group, one of my biggest things that I wanted to make happen was that I didn't want people to be always saying, contact me. I do this, it's only $100, or I have this book for $50. I wanted a site that people felt comfortable just asking questions and sharing their ideas and their recommendations and so forth. So that was what happened when I started up this cash-based group. And I ended up developing some connections with other therapists that started businesses similar to what I was looking at. And they were very helpful. And I was able to start with some of their guidance. And I just kept it pretty slow. Like, for instance, the first several months, I just provided services to the business I contracted with. Then eventually I'm like, okay, I need to branch off and start doing some of my own things with clients, not just through this company. Well, I realized that I couldn't be solely cash-based because a lot of the services that I want to provide are actually covered by Medicare. So one of the first things I needed to do was become credentialed with Medicare. And that process was scary because I didn't have anyone to help me or know where to go or what to do. I just kind of figured it out. Same thing with my first client in billing Medicare. It was scary. Luckily, I had an EMR company that was very helpful in helping me through this process. But I was very slow doing this because I didn't have what I needed to take me to the next level. And I have my full-time job as a teacher or OTA instructor and fieldwork coordinator. So I didn't need to go gung-ho. So I was just hoping I would continue to learn as we go. Then came along April 2019, and I went to the AOTA conference, and I tried to find anything I could at the conference that would help me with my business or improve my business. And there really wasn't very many conference sessions devoted to this. So I was a little frustrated about that. I actually sent out a message to our Facebook group, and we had a few of us meet up, and we talked about our frustrations, our fears, and so forth. And that was good, just to kind of vent and like, we need more services. We need for OTs to help each other grow. And, we started to get some ideas talking there. In fact, Laura, who I interviewed already, she was like, well, I just started a podcast and she's really going on that end. Another Megan was there, and she was, she's really going with her driver rehab. I hope to interview her soon. There was a couple other OTs that haven't started businesses yet because they're scared and they didn't have the resources to help them get started. So we had that discussion during that time. So it got me kind of thinking that, we really need to do something. The other thing was I went to a meeting before conference even started. It was for academic program directors, academic fieldwork coordinators. And at that meeting, the current president of AOTA and the future president of AOTA, who are both fabulous, gave a presentation and talked about OTs, starting to develop their own businesses and branching out and entrepreneurship and how important that is for occupational therapy. And I was like, yes, that's definitely what we need. However, my question is, how is AOTA going to support this? So I popped up because, I'm like all excited and stuff about what they're going to do to help us. And I went up and I asked a question. And my question was, what resources, services, courses is AOTA going to do to help OTs across the US and beyond get started in their businesses? I mentioned that there was a recent post on Facebook by another friend of mine, Rachel, who's awesome. Shout out to Rachel, that, there's a lot of resources on APTA, the Physical Therapies Association's website for business development, but not for us on AOTA. And they honestly didn't really have an answer for me. They recommended reaching out to other businesses, business trainings, things like that, not anything specific for occupational therapists. So I guess I was a little disappointed in that answer, because I was hoping AOTA was going to start providing more services for us and guidance for us into developing our own businesses and so forth. So after that meeting, then we had the conference and so forth, and I wasn't really finding any sessions that really, were helping me with what I could do, how I could get further with my business. And I just randomly got a message from another occupational therapist, Brian, shout out to Brian. And he said, hey, you should look at going to this course. And the course that he was talking about was called SSPT Live. And it was in May, and it was in Florida. And I'm like, okay, I'll check it out. And I looked, and it was called Smart Success Physical Therapy. And I'm like, well, once again, this is for physical therapists, not for occupational therapists. I want something for occupational therapists. So I jumped on the website and the Facebook group, and I started asking questions. I'm like, would this conference be beneficial for occupational therapists? What would I get out of it? And so forth. I mean, I had so many people contact me and give me information about this course and how awesome it is, and how it's not just for PTs, it's for anyone in healthcare that wants to take their business to the next level or start a business. And being on this Facebook group with all the people going to this conference, I really started getting excited. And I was like, okay, I have to go to this conference. So I ended up going, took my whole family to this conference, and I was nervous because I was like, am I going to be the only OT there? Well, it just so happened that before the conference, there was a group of OTs that were going, and they started a Facebook group just for OTs that are going, so we could connect and meet up there. So there were other OTs there, which was exciting. But I can't tell you how amazing this conference was. It was so uplifting, exciting, motivating, energizing. I was on a high the whole time. And no, I wasn't doing drugs or drinking or anything. I mean, it was just awesome. It was learning and seeing all of these healthcare professionals that started their own business or took their business to the next level. It was awesome. There was one session where it was like 10 o'clock in the morning where we got champagne. It was pretty awesome. And that was from Chanel Yoder. I think it's how I pronounce her name. When she talked, she wanted to go big. So she handed out champagne to everyone. Josh Payne was there. He does physical therapy cash base, and he has an awesome book, and he gave a book to everyone. But anyways, it was motivating. It was energizing. It was for everyone. It got me thinking, I want this for occupational therapists. And I texted or Facebook messaged some of the OTs that I had met at AOTA, and I'm like, you guys, this is awesome. We need to get something going. I have some ideas. And so eventually, then throughout the week or throughout the weekend, I learned more about what's going on and how SSPT is for OTs. OTs can take the courses, OTs can be in their mastermind program, so forth. I ended up signing up for the mastermind, and I'm currently going through that program, and I've been learning so much. I've signed up through the mastermind program. I am in the SSPT course, so I'm taking that right now. But when I was there, like the night before we left, I'm like, I need to tell people in my occupation-based, cash-based group that I have this awesome idea that could help take us to the next level. So I put this message out there, and I said, if you're interested, email me or Facebook message me. And I had all these people message me. I told them about this course, about how I don't feel there's very much resources out there. Would you guys be interested in creating this group where we're actually going to help each other get to the next level? And I had lots of people reply. People were excited, and my goal was to have 50 people. And so the week after conference, I ended up doing like my first live in the Facebook group, and that's when the Next Level Occupational Therapy Facebook group started. And since May, now up until now, we have over 450 people. I should have looked before I started this video, but we have over 450 people. And I have been getting so many amazing comments and feedback from people on how much they're getting out of this Facebook group and how much it's helping them, and how even they can see that they can do something else besides what they're currently doing. People are willing to help. There's just so much going on. And so, yeah, so since going to SSPT Live in May, I started this group. I've been learning. We've all been sharing. I've connected with other OTs in our Next Level Facebook group, and we've kind of created like a little mentorship group. They've been helping me. We've been talking about ways we can grow and take this group even to the next level. And that's where we're at today. And I'm excited to share that hopefully this week or next week, we're going to be coming out with an even better option for us as occupational therapists to help each other. Yes, I know that we've been able to help each other a lot through our Facebook group, but I want it to be even easier to help each other. There's a different program that we're going to be utilizing that allows us to have different topic areas and mentor groups and finding information better. There's just a lot. There's so much that I'm super excited for this platform that's going to be coming out. It's going to be so many more resources. A lot of different OTs are going to be mentors to help others in their same area of practice. And yeah, I'm super excited. I've decided that I want to go to the next level and help other people start their business, other OTs start their business, and help you coach and develop goals and get you to that next level. So that's coming out. There's just so much more coming out. And I'm super stoked about it. So yeah, so I just want to kind of give you that background of why, how this Next Level Occupational Therapy platform came to be. And this is kind of a side note, but I just feel like I need to put this plug in there. Another main reason why I decided I wanted to do my own business is because honestly, I was frustrated about the lack of client-centered, occupation-based, evidence-based treatments being done, not just where I worked, but everywhere. Since I'm an academic fieldwork coordinator, the students come to me all the time and tell me how no one's doing it how you teach us to do it. They're not doing client-centered. They don't do occupational profiles. They're not utilizing evidence. And obviously, yes, I know some people are, so don't be offended. But a lot of places where my students are going out, they see rote activities or the UBE being done for 15 minutes. Come on, you guys, that's not skilled therapy. They're not seeing people actually getting interested with their clients, completing a profile, creating meaningful activities for them. And I knew if I started my own business that I could do what I wanted to do and provide the best therapy possible. And that's another reason why I want to even take this platform further, because those of you that are as passionate about occupational therapy as I am, when you work for yourself, you can do what you want and provide the right level of care and services for your clients without anyone telling you what to do. I have the best experiences with my clients. I absolutely love going to see my clients. We do complete occupation-based client-centered therapy, and they love it. In fact, one of my clients right now, he loves calling me Dr. O. Every time I come, he's like, "What's up, Dr. O?" But this client has talked to me. He had a stroke over 2 years ago, and he was told that he wouldn't get function back in his hand. And we've been working on that because that's one of his goals. And he's getting function back. He's able to use that hand to grab onto a water bottle, actually drink out of the water bottle and do things. And he wasn't able to do that before. He told me they just stuck him on the UBE and did random things. And it's like, no, we have got to stop this. So as an occupational therapist, starting your own business is rewarding, thrilling, exciting. Yes, there's times where it's hard and you get stressed and frustrated and scared, but that's another reason why we are going to create this Next Level Occupational Therapy membership group, where we're going to always have mentors and people around us to support us, to help us get to the next level and stay at that next level. Okay, so I know I got off on a bunch of tangents and I'm sorry, but I just wanted to give a little bit background about how this all came to be. If you have any questions, please reach out and touch base with me. Please follow my YouTube channel, The Next Level Occupational Therapy. Follow the podcast, Next Level Occupational Therapy. On my podcast and YouTube, I'm primarily right now interviewing other occupational therapy professionals who've started their own business, so you all can see that you can do it too. Join our Facebook group. You'll learn a lot about what we do. And this week or the beginning of next, there's going to be a huge announcement on how we're taking this all to the next level. And we're creating something that is going to revolutionize occupational therapists, occupational therapy assistants, being able to be entrepreneurs. And we're going to help support each other and make this more possible and feasible for everyone to do. You guys have a great, fabulous day, night, whatever time you're watching this. And thank you very much.